Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Kikirana Kingdom, where what I want to do is, considering how this update kind of brought about a lot of Master Mode levels, I think it'd be fitting just to go ahead and try and get through some more of those, because I don't know if we're going to do any more good than we did last time. But remember, if anyone wants to remember, before this update, I think we only had like episodes, what was it, 4 and like 5, like all the way up to. And by that, I mean, it went all the way up to only episode 5. But then they were just like, we're not going to release it by episodes. We're just going to release every single Master Mode level once. All the way up to World 18. So, yeah. And I'm not even, it's not like they were available or like coming soon. No, like, literally, by the time you hit this, there was nothing past this. It was just like, nothing was there. So, what I want to try and do is I want to see if I can get some more stars at the Heroes Gate, because, let's be honest, I know for a fact that this is going to probably be more challenging than the last time, but I also want to try and get more Soul Stones available, because there's quite a few valuable ones here. So, with that being said, while I go through this, I'm going to be trying to read comments from the video. New match maiden of an update, polling for Wedding Cake Cookie, which is a pretty good video, but if you want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below for me to read on these videos, then feel free to do so, because it could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. Doesn't even matter much, as long as we're having a fun and enjoyable time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator and creator to community. That's what matters the most. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and get some levels done while I read some comments, because, you know, like interacting with the community. I'm just going to turn the volume down just a bit, because I know these can get a little bit loud. But I want to make sure that we're actually managing all this fairly well. Oh, by the way, I just what the plum was Shadow Milk's quote right there. I just want to remember that, because obviously it was different. Truth will out. Sure, sure, whatever you say. Anyway, with that being said, just to get some comments out of the way, because I want to get some, I actually need to read some. There's one from Bo and Rose saying, question of the day. I haven't. If only I remember the question of the day. Mint Mound left a comment saying, I have a question. I recently opened the windmill, and why nobody use it? Is it bad? I really hate how production buildings look like, so I put them all up there, but I'm scared it has a hidden bad feature. You opened up the windmill? Oh, look, did you see that? That was a really good, like, pure vanilla cookie victory quote. Which, by the way, look at that. 3,000 crystals, hello? I will take that. Hold on, let me check that real quick for you. What do you mean by the windmill? Is that the windmill that, like, produces the flower stuff? Because I'm just trying to remember. What the pleb windmill are you talking about today? I know it seems like a whole, like, I'm basically putting the whole thing on a hole, but, oh, you mean this windmill? Yeah, you put buildings inside of that. That's not meant to produce anything. No, it's not that anyone doesn't want to go there. It's just like you gotta put cookies up using it on your dashboard and stuff like that. And then they'll start working on it. That's the best way that I could describe it, but I don't want to sound too confusing. But back to the normal levels, there is another comment that I can read, which we actually do get some good rewards out of it. Just gonna point out. There's a comment from Mr. 64 the 64th. Yeah, what a name, saying, how would wedding cake cookie taste? Probably like a wedding cake. Like, I mean, what else is there to explain? She would probably just be a straight up wedding cake. Like, bam, there's your answer. Also, Truthless Recluse X left a comment saying, question of the day, I've had multiple weddings. I've been to multiple weddings, just wanted to make sure I clear that up. Don't want to give any misconceptions. Then again, there are a lot of pure vanilla sims out there, so it wouldn't be surprising. But they also say, and if all of them are pretty unique and beautiful, they really are filled with love and laughter. Well, to be fair, weddings are like, you know, the loveliest times to be alive when you can experience one of your loved ones, you know, or one of your just dear friends be forever bonded to, you know, relationship, which is adorable. And Carrie the Melodious Gamer says, looking back on the BC Chapter 2, kind of hit different after playing Chapter 7 and 8. I do wonder if Shadowmilk has personal beef with Elder Fairy other than stealing him in a tree. If you go to a Cookie Run Cafe, what drink, food, and dessert would you want there? Cookie Run Cafe, what food, drink, and dessert would I want there? Well, I mean, depends. Like, is it like all the food available on like the dashboard and stuff, like in the production buildings? Because there would be a good fair amount. Because like, I guess drink, food, and dessert. I'd have to look at the whole dashboard just to answer that for you, because I know there's some that I would like, but I'm pretty sure there's a food, drink, and dessert. Probably I'd have to go with those nice-looking cupcakes, because they actually look pretty good. You know, the cupcake. I would say, you know, the regular, like, slice of cake, or, like, that whole cake, but I feel like that's too much for me. Instead, a nice solid cupcake would prefer my taste buds. drink, isn't there like some fruit punch-like drink that you can also make? I'm pretty sure there is. I just forgot the name of it. And for normal food, I would probably say the jelly burger or the jelly pizza. Because I'm pretty sure they would just taste the same, like similar to like gummy food, if I'm being honest. Which doesn't even be, that's not even that bad. Like, I would legitimately eat all those. But also, a comment from Draco says, I honestly never expected Kikira to do something like a wedding update, but I do think it's quite interesting, and also the update has the cake shop and Airbusters. Devsisters is being too generous in this update. Costumes also look pluming gorgeous. I especially love Chocolate Warehouse Brutes and Caramel finally have a costume after all these years, and it's great. McRivety as always. Well, to be fair, I think out of all the well, actually, to be fair, I guess Caramel Arrow Cookie didn't have a costume. Did she not? I could have sworn that she had one, but she didn't have a costume. Chocolate Warehouse Brute did have the BAD4 costume, though, so there's that, but I do like how they decided to give him the wedding dress costume, because, you know, it really calls back to when he was a princess in, the first episode when we saw Hollyberry Cookie, which I think is amazing. Anyway, Next left a comment saying, I love Wedding Cake and Black Forest so much. That me and my boyfriend are literally matching our Twitter profiles as them. I'm Wedding Cake and he's Black Forest. You know what? That's true love right there. And if that isn't true love, I have no idea what is. You all get out of here. The only thing I have to be really worried about, especially I need to check up on some of these enemies, is the fact that I need to make sure that there's no sudden jump scare from a K-Hound, because sometimes they can just appear and like one tap our entire team. I'm not even joking. Those are the only times where I definitively lost. But I'm not even joking. That's happened before, and I hate it. Anyways, Service Official also left a comment saying, also, bro, I did not realize that Black Forest voice actor is one of the hosts for Dead Meat, Chelsea Rebecca. I did not expect that from Kikira Kingdom out of all games. I mean, hey, it's another YouTuber, which I think is proud. I mean, technically not a YouTuber, but was a part of Dead Meat, so, you know what? Shout outs to her. Like, honestly, I'm very glad that she found voice acting work. Man, I wish I could be a voice actor in this game. I'm just being 100% honest with you. But one of these days they'll have me in. I'm hoping at least. Did I already mention that, I think I mentioned this in another video. And if I didn't, I probably am going to be mentioning it in one. It's probably one of the OvenBreak ones I haven't released. But, the Cookie Run Oven Smash, considering how that's going to be a big thing now. They did do, like, something where, like, hey, we're calling out all content creators. Who wants to, like, collab with us? And I decided to fill up that form because, you know what? Why the pleb not? Gotta get my name out there somehow. And maybe it's gonna be for some collaborative event, like maybe we get like some creator codes or something like that, but that's gonna be really fun considering how, you know, I actually get to do something worthwhile.
You give up already?
But you know what?
Come on, let's debate it out.
Oh, he's really itching for a debate, let me tell you. Anyway, we made it to the first boss, 415, Lively Scavenger Camp. Is there anyone devious in this other than the angered Gink Goblin Marauder? Probably not. This guy is full throttle, net throw, and quad rocket launch. What a good arsenal. Rockets, getting hit by a car, a net. Honestly, if that's not a good moveset, I don't know what is. Before we get to the boss, there is a comment from Sylvian Kawaii saying, question of the day, what are your thoughts on Wedding Cake Kiki and Black Forest Kiki? The two are just so pretty and adorable. Honestly, I think the two of them are adorable. I will say, I feel like somehow Black Forest Cookie got a lot more love, but then again, that could be because of two reasons. One could be because of her attitude, and second of all, because Wedding Cake Cookie inside that cake gotcha thing, not the cake shop, is just ridiculous. But you know what? I'll just collect all these real quick. Yep, there we go. Alright, so I just want to focus just for no particular reason. Anyway, oh, no, we're going fast. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Alright, there we go. Just one tap. Just, you know, just in case, just have to spam every single button to make sure that I take care of that Master Mode boss. I know people may think, like, oh, Master Mode is literally, like, this is so irrelevant. You're only getting through it now, because I've gotten comments like that before, but hey, sometimes I play the game slow. I have to admit this. Just from my own personal experience. But that's not going to stop me from who I am today. So I'm just going to keep on going. So with that being said, let's get over to some more comments, why don't we? Because there's actually some more long ones that I managed to see, because there's actually quite a few comments on the video, because, you know, it's a video for a new update. So, Stickman S says, yesterday it went great for me. I got 32,000 usual crystals, and as an opponent got 80,000 from the Path of Victory. I was able to get Wedding Cookie to 4 stars, and I also got Golden Cheese after that, Awakened, Sea Fairy, and Crimson Coral, though I don't use them all that now since I'm back at 30k again. And update, now I'm broke. Well, at least you were able to spend those crystals. I mean, at the very least, you actually managed to use those crystals, and you got, like, so much good thing. You got a high-level wedding cake. You got, you know, Awakened Golden Cheese, which is, you know, shout-outs to her. Hopefully she wins that tournament. You got Sea Fairy and Crimson Coral. Like, sure, you may not use them that much, but they're still good to have. So, you know, shout-outs to your luck. I'm really hoping that you get more luck like that. And to get through some quicker, smaller ones, there's one from Listfan saying, Saint Pastry Lore, yippee. Of course, you gotta appreciate that Saint Pastry Lore because that actually does get pretty interesting. There's a comment from Mortem saying, quite unique, flipping same-day upload. Well, of course, yeah, because, you know, I tend to post 2 videos at the day. Actually, technically 3 because of all the shorts I've been posting. Sometimes I do take a day off, you know, just, you know, stress and stuff like that, but it is doing wonders for the content because I'm pretty sure at this point we've reached like 64,000 subscribers, if not 65,000, because we are doing work. We are really getting our name out there. I'm really happy for that. Like, seriously. Makes me real happy that all of you, like, appreciate the content that I'm posting. Rare Brother also left a comment saying, question of the day, nope. I feel so bad, I'm sorry. And also, Lily Wooly left a comment saying, question of the day, I did once, but I was a smaller kid. I only remember dancing with cousins and a pretty church. Yeah, receptions are usually held in the church, I would say. Because I'm pretty sure the more expensive places would just have, like, their own, like, you know, wedding ceremony place. I don't know, but you know what? At least you experienced one. That should have been fun. And Mortem actually left a comment saying, I've been to one for my mother and stepfather. Well, at least he had, as long as he had an enjoyable time there, I'm not gonna really preach about that at all. Because you know what? You had a fun time there. And it makes me wish that I could have gone to a wedding. I feel like I have, but I feel like that was so long ago. But of course I would never remember. Why would I ever remember something like that? I don't even think it was family related, if I'm being honest. What was I doing there? I don't know, but Stareflow also left a comment saying, question of the day, and yes, I've been to several weddings. I think the last one I've been to was when my cousin got married. Well, you know what? I hope your cousin is still in that, you know, really good marriage, because you know what? That sounds adorable. Every single wedding sounds adorable, and let's hope that doesn't, you know, go anywhere in the wrong direction. Always gotta wish for those prayers. There actually is kind of a long comment from, introducing the Stone Kid, or, the Thatone Kid? Introducing the Tone Kid? I don't know how to say it, like, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. But their comments are kind of long, but they say, question of the day, the only wedding I've ever been to was my parents' wedding back when I was 11-ish. I, along with my cousins, were flower girls, and my younger brother was supposed to be the ring bearer, but he fell asleep in the car. He was around 3. He woke up and we were taking pictures after the ceremony, and he looked disheveled, and he just wanted cake. He completely forgot he was the ring bearer. P.S. Wedding Cake Cookies Gotcha has been so good to me. It gave me Capsaicin, Frost Queen Pattaya Dragon, and Awakened Dark Cacao. Not to mention a bunch of wedding cake cookies from other epics. Everyone's getting good luck. Like, literally, someone mentioned earlier how they got, like, you know, Awakened Golden Cheese, Sea Fairy, and Crimson Coral. And now you're saying you got Awakened Dark Cacao, Capsaicin, Frost Queen, and Pattaya Dragon. That's, like, I wonder if, like, they boosted the luck odds for this because, like, you know, weddings are meant to be special. So maybe they're making the gotcha pulls more special or something? I don't know, but, like, it feels like the odds have been boosted in regards to, like, you know, the luck here. But you know what? I guess I can't complain about it because that means everyone who plays Cookie Run, specifically Cookie Run Kingdom, is getting a lot more luck nowadays. But same thing without being luck. That, well, actually, it doesn't have anything to do with luck, but has to do with things upcoming. That new Cookie Run OvenBreak collab with, you know, Catching Teenaming? I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I've never watched that show, if I'm being honest. I should probably see some clips of it just so I can get a little bit of research in. But still, it is exciting to see OvenBreak actually collab with the game. Yes, we're on this level right here. And we actually get, ooh, 120? Yes. I think what I might do is, I'll probably do like 1 or 2 more levels and maybe stop. Maybe I could do like a costume pull just to like, you know, do something extra. But we'll just have to wait and see. But just to get the rest of the comments out of the way, because there are still a few more, but it's not like I have much time left. There was one quickly from MG Boar saying, I got Chocolate Warehouse special costume for my second pull. I think it's a sign.
The light guides my hand.
A sign? Sign of what? That's why I'm curious. A sign of what? 7 Master Gamer says, I mean, technically, Choco Drizzle has a special currency as well that comes with its own pass, though their gacha was more kind of like different items instead of a cookie gacha. Well, you have to bear in mind, that same thing happened with, that gacha specifically happened with, who was it? Prophet Cookie. And I'm pretty sure it happened with another cookie, because didn't that also happen with Linzer? All I know is, I know that they used that gacha before, but I'm pretty sure this is the only times where a special gacha that's kind of similar to looking to, like, you know, Super Epics, Ancients, and all that stuff, has been used for an Epic Cookie. I don't know if this is going to be the same meta that they, like, go ahead and use for the rest of the time, but, it's not the worst thing in the world, because at least you can get these items for free. And you kind of saved up from Crystal, so that's good. But also, Lennon Geo just says, no, I have not been to a wedding, which I'm sorry, but, you know, hopefully you can get there one day. Another comment from Sonic Gamer says, question, comment, 3 to memory. There was a second wedding that my parents had for fun, a wedding for a family friend that followed up in a pig roast, and of course, there was a wedding for my sister only that only for her to file a divorce months later. Well, that's the first time I've seen anything in regards to a divorce around here, but you know what? I guess, I guess you can't win them all. Okay, no offense, but like, sheesh, months later, that's bad. But at least also the comment saying, question of the day, it's simple, a couple, a cousin and my mother's stepfather. Okay, well, hopefully they're still in those happy relationships, of course. And lastly, Sirp's Official left a rather long comment, which I'll probably just say to end the video off on, or maybe I could do one cheeky costume poll. But it just says here, the update made it much, is pretty much the QOL update. Quest of Love? Is that what? I think they didn't do it during the 4th anniversary because Devsisters' main focus could have been the new players due to Shadow Milk's popularity. I feel like if they added all the stuff from Wedding Cake, the wedding update for actual players, I don't know what the update after the 3rd anniversary, but I think they added a lot of quality of life. Yeah, quality of life. That's what it stands for. But the epic special gotchas might be a worse way of progression instead of the random items events. Also got 4-star Wind Archer. I hope that they won't stop doing part 2s due to the new gacha system and only do the second part of an update with Super Red Plus and BC Story. I mean, to be fair, I think they kind of have to have both of those like hand in hand just to make an update work. You know, sometimes you gotta get the not as good stuff going just to get the more better stuff going. I know it sounds confusing, but yeah, that's what happens. How many rainbow cubes do I have? We'll do a pool here just to get to 20,000. Watch this have nothing. Yeah, I had nothing. I don't know even why I decided to do it. I was like, you know what? Runtime? Why not? Because I have all the costumes except for Nuncia, and Mozzarella really wants to marry me. Whatever. For now, we'll just go ahead and end the video. So if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends who enjoy my Kick Around content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And also down below in the description, you will see links to all my social media, which includes a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I get the Kick Around YouTube stuff for absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, a link to my merchandise, you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly, a link to my Ko-fi, where for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content that you wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.